Welcome to Burning Down the Far Hill, Week 13 edition. Well, it's getting down to the nitty gritty, fellas. So I'm going to give you some recaps. We'll get some scenarios. We'll get some matchups, and we'll move forward. Starting with Fat Bastard defeating Davis Dynasty, 195 to 134, led by Tom Brady's 47. With the win, Fat Bastard clinches the Homeboys Division Championship and the number one seed in the playoffs. Congratulations. Enough of the woe is me crap. I don't want to hear from you for 2 weeks. Thank you. James, Allen, and Perry defeats the Bad Dog, 158 to 96, led by Matt Ryan's 38 points. Implications abound with the win. The Doofensmirts, a.k.a. James and Perry, alive in the playoff mix. Information to follow. Terre Haute Telebadantors over the monthly plugs, 173 to 159, led by, holy crap, who is this? Roddy White with 40 points. Better late than never. Yeah, so Telebadantors is seriously in the mix. Monthly plugs in the mix for the number one seed. Information to follow. Irish Cop beats younger brother Road Crew, 192 to 187. Beanie Wells explodes for 56 points. Yeah, Irish Cop's out of it. Road Crew, not so much. Steel Curtain over, playing for 2012 by the score of 163 to 110. Playing for 2012 is back into playing for 2012 mode. Sebastian Janikowski goes for 43. Road Crew wishes he had him still. And yeah, we got some implications there. And lastly, Taking You Down defeats the Unlucky One, 223 to 184, led by Drew Brees blowing all up on the Monday night game. With the win, Taking You Down, and I think he already clinched his division, but I'm just going to slam it home there. With the loss, Unlucky One has been eliminated from playoff contention. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to give you the current standings throughout the entire league. So, number one seed, Fat Bastard, clinched number one seed. Division winner, clinched number one seed. He's got it all locked up. See you in 2 weeks. Taking You Down clinches the Outlanders division and clinches the 2 seed by way of Road Crew losing. Road Crew, technically in the 3 spot, has not clinched the division. Has not clinched the playoff spot. Davis Dynasty, number 4 seed, still there. No clinching. And Terre Haute Telebadantors 5. James, Allen, and Perry comes in at 6. Steel Curtain, number 7. There's the only people that are alive for the playoffs. Unlucky One, 8. Bad Dog, 9. Irish Cop, 10. John Boy Special People, 11. Monthly Plugs, 12. So, working from the bottom up, monthly plugs, you go ahead and lose next week to Irish Cop, you can have the number one pick next week, or next year. There you go. John Boy needs a win by monthly plugs and a loss by himself, but I think he's well in there, got that in there entrenched. Irish Cop, all the middle people see you for posturing for the toilet bowl. Now, starting with Steel Curtain, you are the outside looking in. You have, and actually, I'm just going to jump into the matchups this week because there are 3 games that are oozing with machismo for the playoffs. So I'm going to start with Davis Dynasty, 7-5 at James, Allen, and Perry of the Doofensmirts Inc. 7-5. Davis Dynasty won this previous matchup back in week 2. The winner of this matchup is the number 4 seed. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. They will be 8-5. You'll be the number 4 seed. Congratulations. Loser of the game will fall to 7-6, and we'll get to the jumbled mess in a minute. Next matchup is Road Crew, 7-5 at the Terre Haute Telebadantors, 7-5. Terre Haute Telebadantors leads the series 15-6. Road Crew did win by the stupid, gayest of margins with 1 point, thanks to that stupid Macklin best back in week 2. Still pissed about that. Anywho, winner of this matchup wins the Away Boys Division Championship and the number 3 seed that comes with it. So the winner will be 8-5. Loser also will be 7-6. Note that there's now 2 losers that are going to be 7-6. Unlucky One, 5-7 at the Steel Curtain, 6-6. Unlucky One leads the series 7-5. Unlucky One did win back in week 2. Steel Curtain, you have to win this game to get to 7-6. A loss by Steel Curtain here eliminates him from the playoffs. The previously mentioned 4 teams all are in the playoffs. There's just a funny, where they actually are seated. But the other 2 matchups, all 4 of them are in the playoffs if Steel Curtain loses. Steel Curtain wins, it's gonna get fun. So let me try and break this down. The loser of Davis Dynasty James Allen will of course be 7-6. The loser, the person that doesn't win the division in the UA Boys, will be 7-6, and then Steel Curtain would also be 7-6. 3 teams, 2 spots. Here's how we break it down. You got to start looking now. The first thing is head-to-head. Going over people's head-to-head, and I did not go over everybody's, but I'm just going to use mine as just a point of reference. Of all the teams involved here, Road Crew will be a moot point if I lose, so this isn't bending, I'd lose. Road Crew I don't care about, he's the number 3 seed, so get him out of my way. Whether it's Davis Dynasty or Doofenshmirtz, I lost to Davis Dynasty, I beat Doofenshmirtz, and I beat Steel Curtain. So if Steel Curtain does work his way up there, I'm looking pretty good as long as Davis Dynasty beats Doofenshmirtz. If that happens, I'm locked in. If Davis Dynasty wins, Steel Curtain wins, I lose, I'm in. I don't know where, but I'm in. Probably the 5 seed, but I'm in. My worst case scenario, because I'm all about me here, is Davis Dynasty loses and Steel Curtain, of course, wins. What that still does is, well, because of the round robinness, because I think I beat Steel Curtain and Steel Curtain beat Davis Dynasty and Davis Dynasty beat me. Then the head-to-head gets out the window, and then it goes to over or total points scored is the next tiebreaker down, which I have a lot of points in there. So it's not. I think I got like 100 and some odd point lead. So it's not a lock that I'm in. I was just looking at me here, but I'm good chance of getting in. And when I say good, I mean like 90%. There's some stupid scenario that might happen, but I think I looked at that pretty well. So you're going to have, if you are Davis Dynasty, Doofenshmirtz, Road Crew, and Steel Curtain, you better look, of all those people I just mentioned, who you beat and who you didn't. I do know that Road Crew and Steel Curtain did not play each other thanks to the new scheduling this year. So, I'll tell you that right off the bat. So, there's that. Getting into the last of the matchups, just for, bumps and giggles. Bad Dog, 4-8, is at the Fat Bastard, 10-2. He's basically got a bye. But, of course, this is always a heated battle between these two. So Fat Bastard 5-6 season series, 1 back in week 2. I'm gonna rip through all my picks after I get done with the matchup. So we'll get done with that. Monthly plugs 3-9 at Irish Cop 4-8. Tied series 1-1, so you'll break that tie. Irish Cop 1 back in week 2. Lastly, playing for 2012 3-9 at Taking You Down 9-3. Taking You Down leads the series 2-1, and also 1 back in week 2. My picks. Taking You Down over Playing for 2012, Fat Bastard over Bad Dog, Irish Cop over Monthly Plugs, myself over Road Crew, Davis Dynasty over Doofenshmirtz, Evil Inc. via the James Allen and Perry. And the toss-up of the day, I'm gonna... Wow. Chris Johnson showed up. Let me think about this. I did not write it down officially. Woo! Let me give me a coin. Here's a coin right here. Coin right here. Everybody got this? Okay, so we got heads right there. We got tails right there. Everybody got it? We're flipping the coin. Bam, it's down. And where the hell did it go? Ah, there you are. Heads is called, I will pick the higher seed, so Steel Curtain. Congratulations, I just picked you. So there it is. So 1 Taking You Down, 2... or 1's Fat Bastard, 2 Taking You Down, 3, we got all that done. So there it is. Going forward, I guess the voting is in process. I do have all the voting up for the 4 things. So get in there and vote before you can get your lineup submitted in these very key matchups. In the event of the waiver wire proposal, if the auction option wins, there will be a new posting to basically counter that, just to set what we want to set the cap at for figurative dollars for picking up free agents initial. Like I said, this is just initial. This would be picking up free agents between Tuesday or between kickoff of the previous week and like Wednesday at noon. After Wednesday noon, you can do the first come first serve like normal. But this is just to pick up those hot guys that everyone starts tripping over that certain people can't get to computers. So there'll be another posting if that one wins. The voting goes until noon on Sunday. So when you're getting ready for watch kickoff, you can see the results. Communications and the recent newest polls is where to find them if you haven't located them. It's under the communications tab. So with that, we're going to get this fire started. We got a big time week here. We got division championships on the line. We got playoff positioning on the line. We got people taking siestas for 2 weeks, taking you down in fat bastard. See you in week 15, dogs. Take it easy, chill. So until then, I'm going to report back to you when we have the full playoff matchups next week and we have voting results. So that's it. Out.